ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, August the 15th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and wow, the tropics have turned active, and that's going to be one of our big stories today. Well, let's take a look at our Skycam network, and here's the Clanton view, and a nice shot this morning as the sun is rising, and a few what appear to be altocumulus clouds, although they might be high cirrus, but it looks like altocumulus. The stratus has formed in some spots as we have a little bit of moisture near the ground. You can see that on the 280 Skycam. And then great shot as we look down the spine of the end of the Appalachians from Mount Cheaha, and such a nice shot this morning. On our surface map, high pressure is certainly the name of the game, covering a good half of the country from those centers over New England and the mid-Atlantic states. And in the upper atmosphere, we're still dealing with pretty strong ridge that is keeping much of the convection pretty well suppressed. Temperatures still pretty warm across the eastern half of the country, and the coolest area up in the northern Rockies, where they're getting into the 30s and 40s this morning. Across central Alabama, we're generally in the lower 70s, although a few spots like Fort Payne and Gadsden are in the upper 60s for the most part. So it's a very pleasant morning. A little bit of haze, and like I said, some of that moisture forming a little bit of, maybe you might call it fog, in some of those lower valleys. Radar pretty free across central Alabama, but of course a few showers just offshore along the Gulf Coast. QPF-wise, looks like a good deal of rain's being forecast across the central and north central part of the United States, as well as along the Gulf Coast. And that Gulf Coast could be interesting here in 5 days. Storm Prediction Center outlooking an area for risk stretching from a little bit east of Denver, up across parts of Wisconsin, the North and South Dakota, a large part of Nebraska, a little bit of northern Kansas. So kind of active for those folks up there, but then this is their severe weather season. I said the tropics have gotten active, and indeed the Storm Prediction Center, the Tropical Prediction Center is looking at three areas. I don't think the one over the Bahamas is going to amount to much. We've got Anna, the first tropical storm of the season, barely a tropical storm, and then right behind that we have a very potent-looking cloud mass. Here's the forecast track, the official forecast track from the Storm Prediction Center. The National Hurricane Center. I'm sorry, can't get into the groove with them this morning, and forecasting that to be in the Bahamas and possibly approaching South Florida, the southeast coast of Florida, in the vicinity of Miami by Thursday morning. And there's a look at Anna. She's become a very tight storm. This is the one that wasn't going to amount to much, it looked like, but the Hurricane Center is keeping it as a tropical storm throughout its life. As it gets near Miami, it could be approaching minimal hurricane status. And then right behind that, we have a much larger mass. Now let's look at some of the model output, and this is Anna. Pretty close agreement to what the official forecast track is. Perhaps just a little further to the south, but not a great deal. And then the one behind that is the one that could be a bit more potent, but let's get the first one out of here first. All right, let's take a look at the 06Z GFS model run, and here we go. We're going to run through these fairly quickly. It looks like kind of a day with isolated showers possible today, and then tomorrow it looks like the moisture should increase as that high pressure kind of settles south a little bit and increases our southerly flow and increases our moisture. We basically stay under a ridge in the upper atmosphere, and this is Monday's 500 millibar forecast, and that again keeps us pretty wet. And it looks like late Sunday and Monday could have some pretty good chances for some rain. The chances for rain certainly stay with us on Tuesday, and I think probably Tuesday, and then again on Wednesday we get more back into a little bit of a diurnal kind of pattern. By Thursday, now interestingly enough, this is the time period that the Hurricane Center has Anna approaching South Florida, but notice on the GFS it really doesn't even show up much, and that is the kind of the second system behind it. And of course on Thursday there's the bigger system back just north of Puerto Rico, and there's a little bit of clouds and rain over Florida. So the GFS not doing much with Anna at all, having a hard time with it. And still, even on Friday, still not much reflection of Anna, but there's that next one. Unless this one is Anna, which I don't think it is, but it can get a little confusing at times, folks. And then the next storm system coming through the Bahamas and certainly looking rather potent. This would be Saturday the 22nd, and then by Sunday the 23rd, a week from tomorrow, the storm seems to be going rather slowly. So we'll be watching that. And very quickly going out into Voodoo, that looks like the ridge at the end of the period. By the end of the month, the ridge returns. So certainly no obvious signs of any real extreme heat. So, and the tropics are getting quite active. All right, well, I'll have the next Weather Extreme video posted tomorrow morning by about 8 o'clock. So hope that you have a great Saturday, and Godspeed.